Good afternoon. This is African News 24 TV. I'm ADIM with the latest in politics, sports and global affairs. From the corridors of power in Abuja to the football pitches of Europe and the unfolding stories shaping our world, we bring you the headlines that matter most. Stay tuned as we dive into today's top stories. Nigerian army troops have raided a terrorist camp in Kogi State, recovering a large cache of arms and ammunition. The operation targeted forest enclaves near Lokoja, where terrorist groups have been operating. The raid was conducted by soldiers of the 12th Brigade, who cleared the site and forced the terrorists to flee. Weapons and military supplies were seized during the operation. In addition, the troops rescued 14 kidnapped victims, including a 7th soldier. They also recovered uniforms, documents, and a motorcycle to aid intelligence gathering. The Senate has approved amendments to the Electoral Act, keeping manual transmission of election results as a backup to electronic uploads. Lawmakers say manual collation will be used if technical issues prevent online reporting. Opposition parties and civil society groups have protested, warning the move could undermine transparency ahead of the 2027 general elections. Former Labour Party presidential candidates Peter Obi and other activists staged demonstrations at the National Assembly, calling for mandatory real-time electronic transmission of polling unit results. Critics, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, say the mixed system could create confusion and weaken trust in the electoral process. Nigeria's 36 states spent a total of 455.38 billion naira in 2025 to service foreign loans. This represents a significant increase from 362.8 billion naira in 2024, highlighting the rising pressure of external debt on state finances. The Lagos state contributed the largest portion, with 92.8 billion naira, followed by Rivers, Kaduna, and Ogun states among the top contributors. The rising obligations have forced states to divert substantial revenue to external loan repayment, affecting their ability to fund social programs and development projects. Nigeria has been placed 142nd out of 182 countries in the 2025 Corruption Perceptions Index released by Transparency International, earning 26 out of 100 points. This represents a two-step decline from its 140th position in 2024, even though its score remained unchanged. With this ranking, Nigeria is counted amongst the 38 most corruption-affected nations worldwide, sharing the same spot with countries such as Cameroon, Guinea, Kyrgyzstan, Guatemala, and Papua New Guinea. Within Africa, Seychelles led the continent with a strong 68 points, followed by Cabo Verde, Botswana, and Rwanda. Several other African states, including Mauritius, Namibia, Senegal, Ghana, South Africa, Tanzania, Morocco, Tunisia, Kenya, and Egypt performed better than Nigeria. At the opposite end of the spectrum was Sudan, Eritrea, Somalia, and South Sudan, which recorded some of the lowest integrity scores on the index. Political tensions in Rivers State eased on Tuesday as former governor and current FCT minister Wike and his successor, Governor Fubara, appeared to tone down their long-running feud after what was described as a final mediation by President Bola Tinubu. Speaking after inspecting infrastructure projects in Abuja, Wike expressed optimism that the president's latest intervention would permanently settle the dispute. He described Tinubu as a father figure who stepped in to restore peace between the executive and the legislature, stressing that such involvement should not become a regular occurrence. Governor Fubara also adopted a conciliatory tone while inspecting the over 50-kilometer Port Harcourt Ring Road project, praising Wike for initiating the vision behind it. And the United States has deployed about 200 military personnel to Nigeria to support the country's armed forces in the fight against Islamist insurgents. The deployment, first reported by the Wall Street Journal on Tuesday, is aimed at strengthening Nigeria's counter-terrorism operations through specialized training and operational assistance. A United States defense official told the newspaper that the move comes weeks after United States President Donald Trump criticized Nigeria over what he described as inadequate protection for Christians amid ongoing terrorist attacks. According to the reports, the newly deployed troops will reinforce a small group of American military advisors already operating in the country. The existing team provides intelligence and technical support to Nigerian forces, particularly in identifying targets for military operations. The commander of the United States Africa Command, General Dagvin Anderson, confirmed that military cooperation between both countries has recently intensified. Speaking during a virtual briefing last week, Anderson said recent high-level engagement with Nigerian authorities had paved the way for closer collaboration. Into the courts. The Court of Appeal Abuja Division has ordered rival factions of the People Democratic Party to harmonize their legal briefs ahead of a final judgment in a bid to resolve the party's ongoing leadership crisis. The three-member panel directed both the faction supporting National Chairman Tanimu Turaki Sen and the camp aligned with Minister FCT Nyesom Wike to consolidate their submissions. This comes after conflicting rulings from three federal high court judges deepened divisions within the party. At the next sitting, the harmonized briefs will be formally adopted and the court will fix a date for judgment, a key step towards ending the PDP's leadership impasse ahead of upcoming elections. The Lagos State government has continued the redeployment of major markets across the state, with the transformation of the Alabarago market into a modern transnational trading hub. Speaking to pressmen, the special advisor on EGIS, Babajide Olajide, said the project is part of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's Tems Plus agenda, which includes the upgrade of 21 markets across Lagos. He explained that markets such as Katangwa, Welewura, Jankara and others are also undergoing redevelopment to improve trading conditions and modernize market infrastructure. Olajide described Alabarago as formerly the largest cattle market in West Africa, now repositioned to meet the demands of the 21st century Lagos. He noted that the project was achieved through collaboration among several state agencies and financial institutions, including the Lagos State Building Control Agency, the Lagos State Urban Renewal Agency, the Ministry of Finance, the Debt Management Office, the Office of the Accountant General, the Office of Public-Private Partnership, and the United Bank for Africa.
This program started since 2022. We met with Mr. Gomno twice, and he promised us that he's developing the market for us. We should come and develop it if we can do that. So
it's another beautiful day in Lagos, where we are keeping all the promises, which are part of the dividends of democracy. Governor Sanwo-Olu, under the Tems Plus agenda, we are developing 21 markets around Lagos, some of which is Alabarago, Katangwa market, Welewura Oniri, Mombata, Jankara, and a couple of others, that we're doing around the city. So this.
And in business news, the Securities and Exchange Commission has urged civil servants to leverage the capital market for wealth creation. The Director General of SEC, Dr. Emomotimi Agama, said public servants must look beyond their monthly salaries to secure long-term financial stability. Dr. Kagame made the call during a meeting with the head of service of the Federation, Dame Jack. He noted that the capital market provides regulated investment opportunities for savings and retirement planning. He encouraged workers to explore instruments such as mutual funds, bonds, and equities, while warning against fraudulent schemes that promise unrealistic returns. In a response, Dame Jack welcomed the initiative and expressed readiness to collaborate with the SEC to improve financial literacy among civil servants. The Central Bank of Nigeria has set a $150,000 weekly foreign exchange purchase limit for each licensed bureau de change operator. The move is aimed at improving liquidity and stability in Nigeria's retail FX market. The directive was announced in a circular signed by the director of the CBN's Trade and Exchange Department, Dr. Musa Nakoji. It allows BDCs to buy foreign currency directly from authorized dealer banks at prevailing market rates. According to the Apex Bank, the policy is designed to meet legitimate demand for foreign exchange while promoting transparency and curbing speculation. Operators are required to comply with strict documentation and reporting guidelines. The CBN also directed that any unutilized funds must be returned within 24 hours. The measure is expected to strengthen oversight and ensure discipline in the foreign exchange market. And in foreign news, at least 9 people have been killed and about 25 others injured in shooting at a school and a nearby home in Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia, Canada. The attacks happened Tuesday afternoon at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School and a nearby residence. Police said the suspected shooter was later found dead from an apparent self-inflicted wound. Several of the injured have been treated locally, with some flown to hospitals for serious injuries. Schools in the area remain closed as authorities investigate. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called the shootings devastating and provincial officials promised support for the shaken community. Police are still investigating the motive and identifying the victims. And in other news, the Rwanda government has closed thousands of churches across the country. Authorities say many fail to meet legal requirements on health, safety, and financial reporting. Under the law, churches must submit financial disclosures and ensure preachers have formal theological training. Officials reported that several were operating without proper documents or in unsafe buildings. President Paul Kagame defended the closure, saying some religious leaders exploit followers instead of contributing to national development. The closures have forced worshippers to travel longer distances and sparked debate about religious freedom. Government officials maintain the action is necessary to protect congregants and enforce the law. Welcome to sports. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are awaiting a crucial decision from FIFA that could determine their participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup Intercontinental Playoffs. Nigeria's hopes for qualifying for the expanded tournament, co-hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, suffered a setback after the team lost the African playoff final to DR Congo on penalties in Morocco last November. However, the Nigeria Football Federation has filed an official protest with FIFA, alleging that DR Congo fielded ineligible players during the encounter. The Federation argues that the players in question did not fully meet FIFA's nationality requirements. According to FIFA regulations, a player must hold the passport of the country they represent, even if they possess dual citizenship. With the Intercontinental Playoffs scheduled to take place from March 26 to 31 in Mexico, where DR Congo is set to face the winner of the New Caledonia versus Jamaica fixture, Nigeria's qualification hopes now depend on FIFA's ruling. The United States women ice hockey team delivered a historic performance at the 2026 Winter Olympics, defeating longtime rivals Canada 5-0 in a preliminary round matchup that captured global attention. Goaltender Erin Frankel earned particular praise for stopping all 20 shots she faced, securing a flawless shutout. On offense, Anna Bilka scored twice, while Caroline Harvey delivered a multi-point performance. Layla Edwards also netted her first Olympic goal, a moment analysts described as significant for both her and the team's momentum. The win secured first place in Group A for Team USA heading into the quarterfinals. In entertainment, Nigerian music star Tems has reached a remarkable milestone in her career, tying with Burna Boy as the Nigerian artist with the most Billboard Hot 100 entries. The Grammy-winning singer now holds 7 appearances on the prestigious US chart, matching the record previously set by the Afrofusion heavyweight. This achievement further cements Tems' growing global influence and highlights her steady rise on the international music scene. Over the years, she has continued to break barriers, earning recognition for her unique sound and powerful vocals. Her latest accomplishment comes as a single, What You Need, debut at number 93 on the Billboard Hot 100. Nollywood actress Aishat Raji has finally spoken out over filmmaker Austin Emmanuel's long-running accusations that she was involved in ruining his career. The allegations, which have been making the rounds since 2025, suggest she secretly worked with industry marketers to edge him out of opportunities. In an earlier interview, Emmanuel claimed he was the one who brought Raji into the movie industry and that they once shared a romantic relationship. He said things eventually fell apart between them and ended on a sour note. He also alleged that after their breakup, Raji teamed up with a major marketing outfit, where he claimed she had connections to get him blacklisted from directing and script writing jobs in the industry. And that's all we can take for now. For continuous coverage and breaking updates, visit africannews24.ng and connect with us across all our social media platforms. I'm Mary ADIM. Thanks for watching and see you soon.